How many of us lead busy lives? We get up in the morning, go to work, work all day, come home at night, do all the jobs you've got to do, collapse, go to bed, rinse, repeat. What if you've got young families? You do the same. You go to work, you come home, do all the jobs you've got to do, look after the kids, get them to bed, collapse, bed, get up in the night, feed them, do whatever you got to do, change them, rinse, repeat, go back to work. Now I know all about that because I've got 2 kids, and me and my ex-wife used to take turns getting up in the night to look after them, which was frequently, as you all know, and we do this for a couple of weeks off a year, the odd bank holiday over here, national holidays elsewhere in the world, a few more holidays, days off here and there, and a few at Christmas. And we're programmed to do this because we've done it for generations. We don't mind, or at least we don't kick back at the system. But we owe it to ourselves to be good to ourselves at least once a day. And not only is that a good mantra to live by, it's also the title of a 1970s album by Welsh rock band Man. There you go. Be good to yourself at least once a day. What does that even mean? Well, it means doing a bit of something. We're talking just a little time, a little treat, something a little decadent. It doesn't have to be much. Taking a minute to sit by a window, having a glass of wine, having a piece of chocolate, reading a book, doing something out of routine, breaking that routine with something pleasurable. Buy your favourite bag of sweeties. Anything. But like I say, we need that break. Everyone needs that break. Even if you're living quietly and peacefully in your own space, away from society, you still need just to take a break, to have that piece of chocolate, to have that 5 minutes sitting by a window, to read that book, to have that glass of wine, to have something that you see as slightly decadent. You don't have to go all out and start shooting up or anything like that, but just something that you think is a little decadent, something that you wouldn't do normally in the routine of your day. Like I say, crack a bar of chocolate, have a Mars bar, have a glass of wine, have a beer. Just do something silly. Just take that break. We all need to be good to ourselves at least once a day. Otherwise, what's the point? Even in a quiet, still, gentle, peaceful, slow life, it's still life. It's still a routine. It's still interacting with the world, even if it's on your terms. So you need that break. You need that moment away. You need that 20 minutes, half an hour of meditation. You need to do something that you wouldn't normally do, just to give you that slight feeling that you were breaking routine. Because routine is routine is routine, no matter what kind of lifestyle you're living. Even if you're lucky enough, like me, to have lived a long life into retirement, when I can do what the hell I want, life is still a routine. We are creatures of habit. Even if you live in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, your life will, by necessity, be routine. There are certain things you need to do to survive. You need to collect food, be it going out shooting something or going to the supermarket. You need to keep warm. You need to keep safe. You need your environment to be maintained. Life is a routine, and we just need that little moment, like I say, that little moment of almost decadence, that whim, on a whim. If you feel like doing something on a whim, do it. Don't think, oh, I've got this to do and I've got that to do, because you'll never do it. It will never happen. Even if it's things like, oh, 1:30 in the afternoon and I feel like a gin and tonic. Have one. Oh, it's 11 o'clock and really I shouldn't, but I'm just craving a piece of chocolate. Have one. Do it. Do whatever you want. It's not going to harm anybody. Nobody's going to die. It's not going to do you any harm. In fact, it's going to do you an absolute power of good. Your mind, your well-being, the way you perceive the world around you will be different when you're relaxed, with a glass in your hand, with something tasty in your hand. Close the curtains and walk round the house naked if you want to, not upsetting anybody else. And if you feel nice with the breeze blowing round your nether regions, do it! Do it! Don't put it off for any kind of silly moral reason. Just do it. Do that one little decadent thing every now and again. It will take up 10 minutes of your day and then you can go back to the routine. Otherwise, life is just that. Routine. Day in, day out. Week in, week out. Month in, month out. Year in, year out for our life. And at the end of the day, we close our eyes routinely, just like everyone else does, with people around us routinely, and we go, and we are no more. And whatever we have done doesn't matter one jot. So make sure, while you're here on this little journey, in this fantastic little environment that we're blessed to have, those of us who are lucky to live in peace and equanimity, in beautiful surroundings, without stress, without warfare, without famine, we're privileged. And as such, we really need to make the most of it. Just take the time to be good to yourself at least once a day. You'll be better for it, the world will be better for it, everybody around you will be better for it. The universe will be better for it. And then life can carry on. Do the routine. But when you feel you need to do the chill, do the chill. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody will lock you up. Nobody will criticise you. You won't go to prison. Nobody's going to knock on your door. Like the BBC licensing team. We are still masters of our own destiny. And as such, we need to make the most of being masters of our own destiny. Don't do what everybody tells you to do. Do what you want to do. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone else, do what you want to do. Because you've got one crack. And just remember, you really do need to be good to yourself at least once a day. It's busy out here today. There are people with dogs everywhere. We keep taking diversions to try and keep away from people. I know that makes me sound antisocial, but it's not. I just like the quiet and the peace. And walking in and out of shade. I can hear a grasshopper cricketing away somewhere. Molly's running in the grass. Look at her. She loves it. She loves this. She loves the grass and the warmth. She's got a real sparkle to her today. That gives me a great deal of joy. We're having a spell of really good weather here in the UK. It's absolutely gorgeous. Our countryside comes into its own as soon as the sun comes out. It's a green and pleasant land. And I'm very lucky to live in it, in this moment in time. I hope you all have a great day. It's Monday. I hope you all have a great week. We shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.